There's a simple word that looks ordinary, but it holds the power to completely change your life. Most people ignore it. They've heard it before and thought nothing of it. But this one word, when spoken with intention and held in silence, can unlock your deepest desires. It's not about magic. It's not about luck. It's about aligning with a universal truth that has been hidden in plain sight. This one word carries within it the energy of completion, the vibration of fulfillment, the echo of dreams that have already come true. But here's the secret: you can't speak it to just anyone. In fact, the less you speak of it to others, the more powerful it becomes. That's because when we share our desires too freely, we invite energy that waters down our faith. We allow doubt to enter through the opinions and questions of others. This is why ancient spiritual masters often practiced silence. They understood that true power builds in quiet. They knew that what is sacred must be protected from the noise of the world. And they knew that when a word is spoken with pure belief and held with trust, it becomes a seed planted in the invisible, ready to bloom in the visible. You are not here by accident. You didn't just stumble across this message. Something deep within you was searching for a sign, a small shift, a secret that makes sense of the feeling you've always had, that life can be more, that your desires are not just wishes, but divine instructions waiting to be fulfilled. And now, that sign is here. By the end of this journey, you will not only know the word, but you will feel its power. You will understand why it works, how to use it, and most importantly, why silence and belief are the key. You've been asking, praying, hoping. Now the answer has arrived. Just one word, spoken with trust, held with faith, and never shared aloud to those who cannot yet see. Have you ever wondered why so many people work hard, pray often, hope with all their heart, and still never seem to get what they want? They set goals, they read books, they try every method, yet somehow what they want always feels just out of reach. It's not because they don't want it enough. It's not because they're not worthy. And it's not because the universe has forgotten them. It's because they're missing something simple but powerful. They're missing the understanding that desire is not just a wish, it's energy, and energy must be handled with care. Most people make the same mistake over and over. As soon as they feel inspired, they speak it out loud to others. They share their dreams before they are strong enough to stand on their own. They talk about what they're manifesting, hoping to feel more confident. But instead of growing stronger, their energy becomes scattered. It leaks out. It loses focus. Every time you share your deepest desires with someone who doesn't understand your vision, you risk letting in energy that cancels your intention. A single doubtful question, a raised eyebrow, or a casual, "Are you sure?" can shake your belief more than you realize. What was once a burning flame becomes a flicker, then smoke, then nothing. The truth is, most people never reach their desires, not because they lack tools, but because they lack protection. They don't protect their energy. They don't protect their words. They forget that their desire is sacred, that it must be kept in the quiet soil of the spirit before it can rise into the light of the physical world. Imagine planting a seed. You cover it gently with soil. You don't dig it up the next day to show someone how it's doing. You don't expose it to the wind and expect it to survive. You leave it where it can grow, in stillness, in darkness, in silence. That's how real manifestation works. That's how real desires are fulfilled. This one word, when spoken in the right way and kept from the wrong ears, becomes your spiritual seed. If you speak it with belief and let it rest within your energy field, without interference, it begins to move things around you, things you cannot see, yet things that are real. When you understand this, everything changes. You stop seeking approval from others. You stop needing to explain your dreams. You stop chasing results. Instead, you begin to attract them quietly, powerfully, without noise, without resistance. This is the secret that makes the difference between people who live in constant disappointment and those who live in quiet fulfillment. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less, with more intention. It's not about shouting your desires to the world, it's about whispering them to the universe and keeping them close like a sacred treasure. If you can learn this today, if you can truly grasp the power of silence, the importance of focused energy, and the role of belief, you will already be far ahead of where you've ever been. The path to your desires will not feel far anymore. It will feel near, like something within your reach, and that's because it is. Every word you speak carries energy, not just sound, not just air moving through your lips, but a vibration that travels into the unseen and begins to shape what comes next. This is not a belief. It is a law of the universe, a spiritual truth that has been confirmed again and again across cultures, across time, across faiths. In the beginning was the Word. That is how many sacred texts begin, and that's no accident. Words are the first form of creation. Before anything becomes real, it begins as a word, either spoken out loud or whispered within the mind. Your thoughts are quiet words. Your beliefs are repeated words. Your prayers, your complaints, your dreams, they all begin with words. So what happens when you speak a word with power, with trust, and with purpose? You create a doorway, a spiritual doorway, one that allows what you desire to begin flowing toward you. But the key is to understand that not all words carry the same energy. Some words open doors, others close them. Some words bring in light, others bring in fear. Think about the words you use every day. How often do you say things like, I can't, it's hard, I don't know how, maybe someday? These words seem small, but they have power. They shape your mood, your thoughts, your actions, and over time, they shape your life. Now imagine replacing those with something different. Imagine speaking a word that says, it is done, I have received, it is already mine. One word that vibrates with completion instead of lack. One word that affirms what you want without asking, without begging, without waiting. That word exists. And when you speak it with understanding, your world begins to rearrange, not because the word itself is magic, but because your belief behind it is strong, focused, and unshaken by the noise of the outside world. The universe listens to energy more than sound. You can say all the right words, but if your energy is filled with doubt, nothing moves. But when you speak one true word from a place of faith, of stillness, and of quiet confidence, it echoes across the spiritual realm and begins to return to you multiplied. This is why your words matter, not just what you say to others, but especially what you say to yourself. If you are always speaking problems, you attract more problems. If you are always declaring struggle, you receive more of it. But if you begin to speak with the voice of someone who already has what they desire, you change your energy, you change your signal. And when your signal changes, what shows up in your life must change too. That's the law. That's the promise. That's the truth. So ask yourself now, what words are you using? What energy are you sending out? Are your words building your world or breaking it down? If you want to change your life, you must begin by changing your words. Because words create thoughts, thoughts create feelings, feelings create actions, and actions create your reality. The journey begins here with one word, spoken with belief, carried in silence, charged with spiritual certainty. It may be simple, but it's powerful. And the moment you begin using it the right way, you'll feel the shift. You'll feel the energy moving, not later, not someday, but now. Already, there is a quiet strength that most people overlook. It's the power of not speaking. Not because you have nothing to say, but because what you hold is sacred. When it comes to your desires, what you truly want from life, there is great wisdom in keeping them private. Not secret in a fearful way, but sacred in a protective way. We live in a world that teaches us to share everything. Social media encourages us to talk about our goals before we've even taken the first step. Friends and family often expect us to explain ourselves, to prove that our dreams make sense. But the more we explain, the more we open the door to outside opinions. And those opinions, even when well-meaning, can bring in energy that weakens our intention. Speaking too soon or too much about what you desire is like opening the oven before the cake has finished baking. The heat escapes. The process is disturbed. What could have been beautiful and whole may now collapse. Your desires are like that. They need time in the quiet, time to build strength, time to grow roots before they bloom into results. Every time you talk about what you are manifesting, you bring it out of your energy field and into the mental space of others. And once it's there, it's open to judgment, doubt, or disbelief. Even if no one says anything negative, just the energy of someone not understanding can shift your focus. You begin to question, you begin to wonder, you begin to lose the clarity that was once so strong. But when you choose to speak less, you keep your energy centered. You hold your desire close, like a flame cupped in your hands, protected from the wind. You allow the word you've spoken, this powerful word, to work inside of you without interruption. You let it echo in the spiritual world without needing anyone else to hear it. Speaking less isn't about hiding. It's about honoring. It's about recognizing that your desire is not for public discussion. It's for private connection between you and the universe. This connection becomes your channel, a clear, uninterrupted pathway for your desire to travel from spirit to form. You don't need others to approve of your dream. You don't need anyone to understand why you want what you want. You only need to believe in it deeply enough to protect it, to guard it with silence, to feed it with attention, not explanation. So the next time you feel the urge to tell someone what you're working on, pause. Ask yourself, is this for their ears or is this for my spirit? Choose silence when needed. Speak with intention when guided. Let your results be your voice. Let your manifestations speak for themselves. Because in the end, the most powerful transformations often happen in silence, where no one sees the seed growing beneath the soil, but everyone sees the tree when it finally rises. The word is simple. You've heard it before. You may have even used it casually without knowing its power. The word is already. Yes, just that, already. It might not seem like much at first, but this word is one of the most powerful spiritual tools you can use because it carries with it the vibration of completion. When you say already, you are not wishing. You are not asking. You are not hoping. You are declaring. You are affirming that what you desire is already true in the spirit world, and now you're simply aligning with it. Think about how we normally speak about our desires. We say things like, I hope I get it, or I wish it would happen, or I'm trying. All of these words carry a message of waiting, of distance, of not having, but already shifts everything. It closes the gap between you and your desire. It places you in the state of having, not needing. Let's say you desire more peace in your life. You could say, I want peace. That's fine, but it keeps peace in the future. Now try saying, I already have peace. Feel the difference? One keeps you waiting. The other places you inside the experience now. This is not lying to yourself. This is aligning yourself. When you say already, you're not pretending something is true. You're affirming that it is becoming true through your belief. And that belief is what makes it real. You don't need to shout it. You don't need to repeat it 100 times a day. You just need to speak it with certainty. Whisper it if you must. Say it in the morning as the sun rises. Say it at night before sleep. Let it settle into your spirit and speak for you even when your mouth is closed. I already have the love I desire. My healing is already happening. The opportunity is already mine. The answer is already on the way. You're not trying to make it happen. You're trusting that it is happening. You're stepping out of struggle and into faith. You're moving from begging to believing. This word is your signal to the universe. It's a code that says, I am aligned. I am ready. I receive. When spoken in silence and in faith, it unlocks spiritual doors that effort alone cannot open. So don't dismiss its simplicity. The greatest truths are often simple. The most powerful tools are the ones that don't shout but whisper. Let this word become your daily companion. Let it settle into your mind and shape your thinking. Speak it not as a command, but as a quiet truth. Already, it is already done. To understand why already works, we must first understand how the universe listens, not to noise, but to energy. The universe is not moved by desperation. It does not respond to begging. It responds to alignment. And alignment begins in your inner world with what you believe and how you feel. When you speak the word already, you shift your frequency. You move from a signal of lack to a signal of fulfillment. That change in energy is what creates the change in your outer life. It's not about forcing anything. It's about matching the vibration of what you want so it can find you. Everything in the universe has a frequency. Joy has one. Love has one. Peace, health, success. They all have their own spiritual signal. When you speak already, you align yourself with the frequency of what you desire as if it's already part of you. And the moment you do that, the universe begins to mirror it back to you. This is why people who expect good things often receive them. Not because they are lucky, but because they are aligned. They are tuned in. Their energy matches their desire. And already is the quickest way to enter that state. When you say, I already have what I need, you're not pushing it further away by wanting it. You're pulling it closer by claiming it. You are stepping into the feeling of done. And from that space, you begin to act, think, and move differently. Your energy changes. Your mood shifts. Your decisions align with what you now believe. Think of it like tuning a radio. If your frequency is set to I don't have, you only hear static. But if you turn the dial to already mine, suddenly the signal clears. You hear the music, the message, the guidance, and that guidance leads you to the people, places, and choices that match your desire. That's how already works. It clears your energy, it focuses your mind, it softens your heart, it removes the fear of waiting and replaces it with the peace of knowing. You are no longer wondering if it will happen. You are walking as if it's happening now. This isn't just positive thinking, this is spiritual law. What you believe with feeling becomes your reality, and already helps you believe without resistance. It calms your nervous system, it stills the doubts, it invites your desire in like a guest who is expected and welcomed, not feared or questioned. So the next time you feel unsure, pause and say one word, already. Let it settle into your bones. Let it echo in your chest. Let it shape your energy. Say it with love. Say it with faith. Say it with the confidence of someone who knows their desire is on the way. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Because it is already. Now that you know the power of the word already, the next step is to make it part of your daily life. It's not enough to say it once and forget it. To fully receive its energy, you must build a small ritual around it, a moment each day where you bring yourself into alignment with what you desire. Start in the morning before the world gets noisy, before you check your phone, before you think about what you have to do. Just take a moment to be still. Sit up in bed or place your feet on the floor. Close your eyes. Put one hand over your heart and the other on your stomach. Breathe in slowly, deeply. Then whisper the word, already. Don't rush. Let it rise gently from within you. Let it feel natural and real. As you say it, picture one desire that matters to you right now. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's love, or a financial breakthrough, or a new opportunity. Whatever it is, see it clearly in your mind. Now say, it is already mine. It is already done. I already receive it with peace and gratitude. Hold that picture in your mind. Don't force it, just feel it. Let the energy of your desire mix with the peace of knowing it's already here. Even if you don't see it yet, act as if it's done. That is what changes your frequency. That is what activates the spiritual laws that respond to your faith. This entire ritual can take less than 5 minutes, but when you do it with focus and sincerity, it sets the tone for your entire day. You will move through your world differently. You'll notice signs. You'll feel more calm. You'll start to attract things that match your new vibration. This is not just about repeating words. It's about feeling the truth behind them. When you say already, feel the peace of not chasing. Feel the relief of not begging. Feel the strength of receiving. You can also bring this word into small moments throughout your day. When something stressful happens, pause and whisper, already. When doubt creeps in, whisper, already. When you see something you desire, instead of saying, I wish, say, already mine. This trains your mind and spirit to respond with faith instead of fear. The more often you do this, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, you won't just say the word, you'll live it. And when that happens, your outside world will begin to reflect the peace, trust, and abundance you've been building within. Make this ritual yours. Keep it simple. Keep it honest. Let it be a moment of connection between you and the divine, a moment where you remember you don't need to ask again. You only need to align again. Already, it is already yours. There is a sacred reason why this word works best when you keep it to yourself. It has to do with the spiritual principle of energy protection. When something is new, when it's tender, when it's growing, it must be guarded. Not because it's weak, but because it needs time to grow strong. Think of your desire as a flame you're trying to light. In the beginning, it's small. One gust of wind, one careless comment, one doubtful look, one question from someone who doesn't understand can blow it out. But if you protect it, feed it, and give it time, that small flame becomes a fire that nothing can put out. That's why you must keep the word already between you and the universe. Speak it during your rituals. Use it in your heart. But resist the urge to talk about it with others, even those you love. Not everyone is meant to understand your path. Not everyone is ready to believe what you are ready to receive. The energy of others can interfere, even when they don't mean to. Sometimes a person's fear will dress itself up as concern. They might say, just be realistic, or what if it doesn't happen? They think they're helping, but what they're really doing is introducing doubt into your field. And doubt is the one thing that weakens the vibration of belief. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself. It means you must learn to discern. Speak your truth when it's safe, but protect your desires when they are still in seed form. Keep them in the soil of your spirit, hidden from the eyes of those who might not water them with love. This is not about fear, it's about wisdom. It's about honoring your path as sacred. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you believe what you believe. You don't have to prove your faith. Let your results speak. Let your manifestations be your answer. When you see your desires begin to unfold, when opportunities appear, when peace increases, when blessings flow, then and only then you may choose to share. But by then, your faith will be strong, your vibration will be steady, no outside opinion will shake you. Until that time, keep the word already close to your heart. Let it be a whisper between you and the divine. Let it grow in power as you speak it in stillness. The quieter you are, the more energy you hold. The more energy you hold, the faster things move. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is power. And when you learn to walk in silence with the word already on your tongue, you become unstoppable. When you begin using the word already with belief and secrecy, changes start to happen. Some are small, some are big, but all of them are signs that your energy is shifting, that you are becoming a magnet for the very things you once chased. At first, you may notice little things, a calm feeling in the morning instead of worry, a sense of peace where there used to be pressure. That's not small, that's the beginning of alignment. It means your spirit is relaxing into trust, and when you trust, the universe begins to move. Then come the external signs. You might find money unexpectedly, a small refund, a coin on the street, a discount on something you were going to buy anyway. These are not random. They are confirmations that your new energy is drawing in abundance. You may notice people around you speaking differently. Someone mentions an opportunity out of nowhere. A door opens where before there was only a wall. These are echoes of the spiritual signal you've been sending. The universe is responding. One of the clearest signs is that you'll stop feeling desperate. You'll stop rushing. You'll stop asking when and start saying, thank you. That's when you know you've moved from hoping to knowing, from waiting to receiving. But be aware, your old habits may try to come back. You might feel the urge to talk about your desires again. You might want to share too soon. You might think, nothing's happening. That's when you need to go deeper, to return to your ritual, to breathe, to say already again. Stay steady, keep quiet, and keep speaking the word with your spirit. The process is working even when you can't see it. Just like a seed grows under the soil before it breaks through the ground, your desire is growing in the unseen before it shows up in your life. And when it does come, when you see it, touch it, live it, you'll remember how it started, with one small word, spoken in trust, carried in silence, held in faith. That's how desire becomes reality. That's how spirit becomes matter. That's how you turn dreams into truth. It begins always with the energy of already. Even when you're doing everything right, speaking the word, doing the rituals, keeping quiet, there's still one thing that can get in the way: doubt. It creeps in when you're tired, when you don't see results right away, or when your past experiences tell you that things never work out for you. But here's the truth. Doubt is just a thought. It's not who you are. And it's not stronger than your belief unless you feed it. Doubt is like a fog. It makes it hard to see what's right in front of you. It blurs the path and makes you forget the progress you've already made. But the way to move through fog is not to stop. It's to keep walking. Even if it's slow, even if you can only see one step ahead, and the step is always the same, speak the word again. Already. When doubt says, "What if it's not working?" respond with, "It's already working." When fear whispers, "What if I'm wrong?" reply, "It's already mine." You don't have to shout. You don't even have to believe it perfectly at first. Just keep choosing that response. Each time you do, your belief grows stronger and your doubt grows weaker. Your mind may bring up old stories, times when things didn't go your way, times you were disappointed. That's okay. But those were different moments, different vibrations. You weren't working with this energy back then. You weren't walking in this level of awareness. Today you are. Think of it like this. Doubt is the echo of an old you trying to pull you back, but the version of you speaking already is a new version, a higher version, a more powerful version, and that version is the one that leads now. So how do you clear doubt when it shows up? First, pause, take a breath, place your hand on your chest, then speak the truth. Even if I can't see it yet, it is already done. Even if I feel unsure, I trust the process. I am still on the path. I am still receiving. Let those words ground you. Let them bring you back to your center. Doubt loses power the moment you stop feeding it with fear. The moment you return to trust, you are back in alignment. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel powerful every minute. You only need to return again and again to that quiet space inside you that still believes. That quiet space that knows your desire is not just possible, it's already moving toward you. Keep walking, keep trusting, and most of all, keep saying the word that opens the way, already. Repetition is powerful, not because the universe needs to hear something many times, but because you do. Your spirit needs to remember. Your mind needs to stay focused. And your body needs to feel the energy of what's coming before it arrives. But repetition doesn't mean noise. You don't have to chant loudly. You don't need to say already 1,000 times a day. You only need to say it with presence, with peace, with stillness. Stillness is where energy settles, where vibration becomes strong. It's like water in a clear pond. The less you stir it, the more you can see your reflection, and in the stillness of your spirit, your desires begin to take form. Make already a quiet rhythm in your life. Say it as you make your morning coffee. Whisper it as you walk down the street. Think it as you lie in bed at night. Let it become your background thought, the music under your thoughts. You don't even need to say the full sentence. Just one word is enough. Already, each time you say it, you're tuning yourself. You're matching your energy to the thing you want, not someday, not eventually, but now. This is the difference between wishing and knowing, between hoping and receiving. When you make this word part of your stillness, you stop chasing and start attracting. You move into the place where things come to you because you are ready, you are aligned, and you are expecting them. Stillness doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing things from a calm center, a place where you don't have to rush or prove or fight, a place where you know deep down that everything is working in your favor, even when you don't see it yet. So return to the word, return to the stillness. Let it be your home. Let it be your reminder. Let it be the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Say it softly. Say it with love. And keep saying it, not because you're trying to make something happen, but because you already know it is happening already. You now hold something powerful in your hands, a word that can shift your energy, calm your doubts, and bring your desires closer every day. It's not complicated. It doesn't require hours of practice. It just requires trust, and it requires action. That action can be small. It can be one quiet moment in the morning, one whispered already as you step into your day, one deep breath when worry starts to rise, one pause before speaking to protect what's still growing inside of you. Let this be your new way of being. Let this word become your companion. When you use it with peace. Don't try to force, just allow. Let the word do the work. Let the energy of it guide you, carry you, and lead you. And as it does, start to notice the changes, the signs, the shifts. Don't look for giant miracles at first. Look for the soft ones, the moments where you feel less anxious, the days where you wake up lighter, the times where things flow without effort. These are not small things. These are evidence that you are on the right path. You've done enough waiting. You've done enough hoping. Now it's time to receive, quietly, fully, boldly. You don't need to shout to be heard by the universe. You don't need to explain yourself to be blessed. You just need to believe and speak the word and keep it sacred. So take a deep breath, feel the stillness within you, and from that place, whisper it one more time. It is already mine. Now go. Live your day with that truth in your heart. Let every step you take be the step of someone who already has it. Let every choice you make reflect someone who already knows it's done. And if you're ready, truly ready to shift your energy, to protect your desires, and to align with divine timing, then declare it now. Speak it in your own way. Write it in the comments. Say it out loud, or whisper it only to yourself. But let the universe hear it, clear, strong, and full of faith. I am ready. It is already done. Imagine if you could speak a few simple words each day, and just by doing that, attract $50 million into your life. It might sound unbelievable, but let me share something that will change the way you think forever. Just a few weeks ago, someone used the exact words I'm about to share with you, and in that short time, they went from struggling with bills to manifesting enough money to change their life completely. This didn't take years or even months. It happened in a matter of weeks. Now I know what you're thinking. That's impossible. Money doesn't just appear out of nowhere. But before you brush this off as some fantasy, listen closely. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how speaking to the universe in a specific way can unlock wealth beyond anything you've ever imagined. This is not about wishful thinking or false promises. It's about understanding a simple truth that has been hidden from most people. Your words have power. They shape your reality every single day. The words you speak carry energy, and that energy signals to the universe exactly what to bring into your life. Whether you know it or not, you've been speaking to the universe all along. The difference is, after today, you'll know how to speak in a way that brings you abundance instead of lack. Picture this. Every single day, people just like you are using the power of their words to manifest wealth they never thought possible. They're not working harder than you. They're not luckier than you. They've simply learned how to communicate with the universe in a way that attracts money like a magnet. They've learned to speak with confidence, with belief, and with a calm sense of knowing that money is already theirs. This simple shift in how they speak changes everything. Instead of chasing after money or worrying about how to pay their bills, they let the universe do the heavy lifting. They understand that when you speak the right words with the right energy, money flows to you naturally. Now, before we go any further, I want you to take a moment and really think about what $50 million would mean for your life. Close your eyes just for a second and imagine that number sitting in your bank account. Think about the freedom it would bring you. Think about the people you could help, the family, the friends, the strangers whose lives could be changed because you had the power to share. Imagine the things you could do, the experiences you could have, the joy that would fill every corner of your life. Hold on to that feeling, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to turn that feeling into your reality. The reason I'm sharing this with you now is because I know how it feels to be stuck. I know how it feels to want more, but not know how to get it. I've been in that place of doubt, fear, and frustration. And I know that when you're in that place, it can seem like nothing will ever change. But I also know that change is possible, and it can happen faster than you think. The key is knowing how to talk to the universe in a way that brings you the wealth you desire. It's not about magic words or complicated rituals. It's about understanding the language of abundance and using it every single day. So, if you've ever wondered why some people seem to have money flowing to them effortlessly while others struggle no matter how hard they work, the answer is simple. It's in the way they speak. And in the next part of this video, I'm going to break down exactly why the words you choose matter so much, and how changing them can unlock a life of financial freedom you've only dreamed of. The stakes are higher than you might think. Every day that you continue speaking to the universe in the wrong way, you're missing out on the abundance that could already be yours. Think about it. How many times have you said things like, "I can't afford that," or "I'm always broke," or "money never comes easily to me"? Each time you say those words, you're sending a message to the universe that lack is your reality. And guess what? The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to that message by giving you more of the same. It's not trying to punish you. It's simply responding to the energy you're putting out. Now imagine the difference if you spoke to the universe with confidence, with the certainty that money is already on its way to you. Imagine if every time you thought about money, you spoke words of abundance and possibility instead of fear and limitation. The difference between these two ways of speaking is the difference between a life of struggle and a life of wealth. This is why what I'm about to share with you is so important, because every time you speak, you're creating your future. Every word is a seed, and that seed grows into the experiences you live. Let's be real for a moment. Most people spend their entire lives speaking words that hold them back. They don't even realize they're doing it. They think it's normal to complain about bills, to talk about how hard life is, to share stories of struggle. But every time they do, they're planting seeds of lack and limitation. And those seeds grow into more bills, more struggle, more reasons to complain. It becomes a never-ending cycle of scarcity. And here's the worst part. They don't even know they're doing it. They think they're just talking about their reality, but in truth, they're creating it. On the other hand, the people who seem to have it all, the ones who always have money flowing to them, the ones who live in abundance, they're speaking a different language. They're planting different seeds. Even when times are tough, they speak about opportunities, about solutions, about money coming to them in unexpected ways. They focus their words on abundance, and the universe responds by bringing more abundance into their lives. It's not luck. It's not some secret club. It's simply understanding the power of their words. The truth is, you have this power too. Right now, as you're listening to this, you have the power to change your life by changing the way you speak. The universe is always listening, always responding, always ready to deliver what you ask for. But you have to know how to ask. You have to know how to speak in a way that aligns with abundance, not lack. That's why the stakes are so high, because every word you speak is either moving you closer to the life you want or keeping you stuck in the life you're trying to leave behind. So, I want you to really think about this. Are you willing to keep speaking words that keep you stuck? Or are you ready to learn the simple shift that can change everything? Because once you know how to speak to the universe in the right way, $50 million or even more can become not just a dream, but a reality. And the best part is, it's easier than you think. Let me tell you about Sarah. Just a few months ago, Sarah was living a life that probably sounds familiar to many of you. She was working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. Her bank account had barely enough to cover her bills, and the weight of credit card debt felt like it was crushing her spirit. Every day, she woke up with the same worries: how to pay rent, how to keep food on the table, how to survive. She was doing everything she knew how to do, but no matter how hard she worked, she couldn't get ahead. One night, after another long day of work, Sarah found herself scrolling through videos just like this one. She was skeptical, but something in her heart told her to keep listening. She learned about the power of speaking to the universe, about how her words could shape her reality. At first, she thought it sounded too good to be true. After all, she'd been saying affirmations before, and nothing changed. But then she realized that it wasn't just about saying the words, it was about the energy and belief behind them. She decided she had nothing to lose, so she gave it a try. The next morning, Sarah woke up, and instead of saying, "I don't know how I'm going to make it through the month," she said, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly." She repeated it with a calm sense of knowing, not desperation. She spoke it like it was already true. She did this every day, morning and night, with a heart full of trust. And then something amazing happened. Within the first week, she won $5,000 in a local contest she didn't even remember entering. She was shocked, but she didn't stop there. She kept speaking abundance. By the 3rd week, her small side business, something she'd been struggling to get off the ground, suddenly exploded with new clients, bringing in $25,000 in a single day. But it didn't end there. At the end of the month, Sarah received a letter from a law office she had never heard of. It turned out a distant relative had passed away and left her an inheritance worth $2.3 million. She couldn't believe it. How could her life change so fast? She went from worrying about paying the rent to having more money than she ever dreamed of. And it all started with the simple decision to change the way she spoke to the universe. Now I know what you might be thinking. That's just luck. That couldn't happen to me. But here's the thing. Sarah's story isn't about luck. It's about alignment. It's about speaking words that match the energy of abundance. It's about trusting that the universe is always listening and always ready to deliver. Sarah didn't do anything different than what I'm about to show you. She didn't get a new job. She didn't win the lottery. She didn't suddenly become a different person. She simply changed the way she spoke about money, and the universe responded. Her story is a powerful reminder that this works. It's a reminder that you are just as capable of changing your life as she was. Because the same universe that brought Sarah her wealth is the same universe that's listening to you right now. All you have to do is learn how to speak its language, and once you do, there's no limit to what you can manifest. So as we move forward, keep Sarah's story in your mind. Let it be the proof that this isn't just theory, it's real. It's a simple, powerful shift that can take you from where you are now to where you've always dreamed of being. And in the next sections, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that shift for yourself. The universe speaks a language that's simpler than most people think. It's not about complicated rituals, fancy words, or even hours of meditation. The universe listens to the energy behind your words. It feels the vibration that you put out every time you speak about money, and it responds to that vibration by giving you more of what you're focused on. If your words come from a place of fear, stress, or doubt, the universe sends you more experiences that match that energy. But when your words come from a place of trust, abundance, and confidence, the universe opens the doors to wealth and opportunity. Every day, people unknowingly push money away by speaking words that keep them stuck. Think about the last time you said something like, "I never have enough money," or "money doesn't come easily to me." Those words are like telling the universe that you're not ready for abundance. It's like putting up a sign that says, "Keep wealth away from me." Even if you say it jokingly or without much thought, the energy behind your words still creates your reality. It's like planting a seed. Every word you say is planting something in your life, and the universe helps that seed grow. Imagine if instead of saying, "I'm broke," you said, "Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources." How different would that feel? How different would that make you act throughout your day? The words you choose set the tone for everything that follows. When you speak with confidence and expectation, the universe matches that energy by bringing opportunities, ideas, and experiences that align with wealth. It's like tuning into a radio station. If you're on the right frequency, you hear the music clearly. If you're on the wrong frequency, all you get is static. Here's the beautiful part. Speaking the universe's language is easy. You don't need any special skills or training. You just need to be aware of the words you're using every day and the energy behind them. Start to notice when you're speaking from lack and shift those words to abundance. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," say, "Money is coming to me to pay for that." Instead of saying, "I don't know how I'll ever get out of debt," say, "I am free from debt and money flows to me in wonderful ways." These small changes have a huge impact because they align your energy with the reality you want to create. Remember, the universe is always listening. Every time you speak, it's as if you're giving it instructions about what to bring into your life. So what are you telling the universe right now? Are you telling it that you're ready for wealth and abundance, or are you telling it to keep sending you bills and worries? The choice is yours. And the good news is, it's a choice you can make today. Now that you understand that the universe listens to your words and the energy behind them, let's talk about the thought process that makes those words powerful. Speaking wealth isn't about repeating empty phrases or forcing yourself to feel positive all the time. It's about aligning your thoughts and words with the energy of abundance in a way that feels natural and true to you. Most people spend their lives wanting money. They think about it constantly, how to get it, how to keep it, how to pay the bills. But the problem is that wanting comes from a place of lack. When you say, "I want money," you're telling the universe that you don't have it. And that's exactly what the universe reflects back to you. It keeps you in a state of wanting, always reaching but never receiving. The key is to shift from wanting to allowing. Think of it like this. You don't wake up in the morning and worry about whether there's enough air to breathe. You just breathe, trusting that there's always air around you. That's how you need to think about money. Money, like air, is all around you, always available, always flowing. Your job is to align with that flow by speaking words that come from a place of knowing, not wanting. Instead of saying, "I want money," try saying, "Money naturally flows to me." Feel the difference in the energy. The first phrase feels desperate and uncertain. The second feels calm and confident. The universe picks up on that difference and responds accordingly. When you speak about money as if it's already yours, you send a signal that you're aligned with abundance, and the universe matches that signal by bringing more money into your life. It's important to remember that this process isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something you don't. It's about choosing thoughts and words that feel natural and empowering. When you say, "Money is always finding its way to me," you're not ignoring reality. You're shifting your focus to the possibility that money is already on its way. You're creating a mental environment where abundance can grow. This thought process also helps you stay calm and open to opportunities. When you're constantly worried about money, you close yourself off from the very ideas and opportunities that could bring you wealth. But when you speak from a place of trust, you're more likely to notice those opportunities and act on them. You're more likely to take inspired action that leads to financial success. The beauty of this process is that it's simple and powerful. By changing your thought process and the words you speak, you're creating a magnetic energy that draws money to you. You're aligning yourself with the flow of abundance that's always available in the universe. And as you do this consistently, you'll start to see changes in your life that you once thought were impossible. Starting your day with the right words and thoughts is one of the most powerful things you can do to attract wealth. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you look at the news, take a few minutes to set your energy for the day. This practice doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Even just 5 minutes of focused intention can change the course of your entire day. Begin by finding a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let go of any worries or doubts. Then, start speaking words of abundance. Say things like, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly," or "I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity." Speak these words slowly and with feeling, as if they're already true. Imagine that with every word, you're planting seeds of abundance that will grow throughout the day. As you speak these words, feel the emotions they bring up. Feel the joy, the freedom, the peace that comes with knowing that money is already on its way to you. The more you can feel those emotions, the stronger your signal to the universe. Remember, it's not just the words that matter, it's the energy behind them. Speak with confidence, with certainty, with the calm trust that money is already a part of your reality. You can also include simple statements of gratitude in your morning routine. Say, "Thank you, universe, for the money that is flowing into my life right now." Gratitude opens the door to even more abundance because it tells the universe that you appreciate what you have and are ready for more. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance and creates a positive cycle of receiving. If you find it hard to believe these statements at first, that's okay. Just keep saying them. The more you practice, the more natural they will feel. Over time, your subconscious mind will accept them as truth, and you'll start to see evidence of them in your life. You'll notice unexpected checks in the mail, new opportunities, and people who want to help you succeed. These are signs that your words are working. Make this morning practice a daily habit. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't skip brushing your teeth because it keeps your mouth healthy. In the same way, speaking words of abundance every morning keeps your mind aligned with wealth. It sets the tone for the rest of the day and keeps you focused on the possibilities instead of the problems. By starting your day with these simple but powerful words, you're telling the universe that you're ready for wealth. You're opening the door to abundance and inviting money to flow into your life. And as you do this consistently, you'll be amazed at how quickly your financial reality begins to change. As you go through your day, it's easy to slip back into old habits of worrying or complaining about money. That's why it's important to keep your words in check and speak to the universe in a way that keeps you aligned with abundance. Think of your daily practice like a compass that guides your energy no matter what's happening around you. Every time you spend money, whether it's on a cup of coffee or a bill, use that moment as an opportunity to reinforce your wealth mindset. Instead of feeling stressed when you pay a bill, say to yourself, "More money is already flowing to me to replace this and more." This simple shift changes the energy from one of loss to one of gain. When you buy something, say, "I bless this purchase and trust that it brings even more money back to me." These phrases are like reminders to the universe that you're open to receiving more, and they help keep your vibration high throughout the day. Remember that your words are powerful even in casual conversations. If someone talks about how hard it is to make money or how expensive things are, be mindful of how you respond. Instead of agreeing and reinforcing the energy of lack, choose to speak abundance. You can say something like, "I believe money is always available and opportunities are everywhere." This doesn't mean you have to argue with others or try to change their beliefs. It's simply about protecting your own energy and staying in alignment with your goals. If you catch yourself slipping into old patterns, like saying, "I can't afford that," or "I never have enough," don't judge yourself. Just notice it and gently switch to a more empowering phrase. Say, "Money is on its way to me now," or "Abundance is my natural state." This practice might feel strange at first, but with time, it becomes second nature. You'll start to notice that you feel more confident, more relaxed, and more open to the possibilities that surround you. By making these small but powerful shifts in your words throughout the day, you're creating a continuous flow of abundance. You're reminding the universe again and again that you're ready for wealth and that you expect it to come easily. This steady focus keeps your energy aligned and ensures that your day is filled with opportunities to receive money in both expected and unexpected ways. Before you go to bed each night, take a few minutes to review your day and align your mind with wealth. This simple practice helps to clear any negative energy and set the tone for an abundant tomorrow. Find a quiet moment to sit, breathe, and reflect on all the good that money has brought into your life today. Even if it was a small amount, a gift from a friend, a discount on a purchase, or a little extra from a side job, acknowledge it with gratitude. Speak words like, "Thank you, universe, for the money I received today. I know that more is on its way." This simple phrase reinforces the energy of abundance and tells the universe that you're ready for more. Gratitude is a powerful way to show that you appreciate what you have, and it invites even more blessings into your life. Release any worries or doubts you might have carried throughout the day. Say to yourself, "I trust that the universe is always working in my favor. I let go of any fear and make space for abundance." This release is important because it clears the mental clutter that can block your flow of money. It's like cleaning out a drawer so you have room for new things to come in. Visualize your bank account full, your bills paid, and your dreams supported by the money you desire. But do this with a calm sense of knowing, not desperation. Imagine this wealth as part of your normal life, just like having air to breathe or water to drink. This calm visualization tells your subconscious mind that abundance is natural and expected. This night practice might seem small, but it's one of the most powerful ways to train your mind to accept wealth. As you drift off to sleep, your mind will continue to process these positive thoughts, and you'll wake up with a fresh sense of possibility. You'll find that over time, abundance begins to feel less like a dream and more like a reality. Even with the best intentions, it's easy to fall into old patterns that block the flow of money. One of the biggest mistakes is speaking from a place of fear or desperation. When you say things like, "I need money now," or "I'm so stressed about my bills," you're telling the universe that you're in a state of lack. This desperate energy attracts more lack instead of abundance. Another mistake is trying to convince others to believe in what you're doing. You don't need to explain or defend your manifestation practice. The universe responds to your energy, not to other people's opinions. If someone laughs at your new way of speaking or tells you it's unrealistic, just smile and focus on your own journey. Remember, their doubt can't stop your manifestation unless you let it. Don't overcomplicate the process by thinking you need to say the perfect words or follow a strict script. Manifestation is about energy, not about getting every word exactly right. Speak in a way that feels natural to you. Use simple, positive phrases that align with your belief in abundance. The key is to speak with trust and confidence, knowing that the universe understands your intention. Finally, Avoid looking at your current situation as proof that nothing is changing. When you check your bank account and see the same balance, it's easy to get discouraged. But remember, what you see now is the result of your past thoughts and words. Keep your focus on the wealth that's coming, not on the lack you see right now. Trust that your new words and energy are planting seeds that will grow into a new reality. By avoiding these common mistakes, you keep your energy clear and open to receive. You make it easier for the universe to bring you the money you desire, and you stay aligned with the flow of abundance that's always available to you. You now have the tools to speak to the universe in a way that invites $50 million and more into your life. You understand the importance of choosing your words carefully and aligning them with the energy of abundance. You've learned how to practice speaking abundance in the morning, throughout the day, and at night. You know the mistakes to avoid and the simple truth that your words are seeds that grow into your future. From this moment forward, make the decision to speak only words that align with the life you want to create. Every time you talk about money, remember that the universe is listening. Choose words that reflect your trust in abundance and your readiness to receive. Whether it's paying a bill, buying something, or simply thinking about your finances, let your words be filled with confidence and gratitude. Share your commitment in the comments below. Let others know that you're ready to step into a life of wealth and abundance. And if you've felt a shift in your energy already, celebrate it. The universe is responding to your new way of speaking, and it's bringing you opportunities you might not even see yet. If this message has inspired you, give this video a like and subscribe for more guidance on manifesting the life you desire. Remember, you're not just manifesting money, you're creating a life of freedom, purpose, and joy. The universe wants you to be wealthy, and now you have the exact words to make it happen. Peace, abundance, and $50 million blessings to you all.